Alright guys, welcome back to another episode in our Elden Ring walkthrough. As you can see, we are still in our rot gear. It's just because we haven't changed out of it yet, which we're going to do now. We don't need to have that on. We're finished with the Lake of Rot. There's one more small section of rot that we have to deal with, but that does not require us to have a full rot get up here. Okay. Let's see. Can we level up? We can. Alright, so we definitely want to level up. Alright, what are we at? 34, 33. Okay, so we're gonna go there. And then, so we got a rune arc active. Perfect. We might lose it. We got to go down there. Okay, down there, there's an ulcerated tree spirit, also known as a seed beast, right? So we're gonna have to deal with that. And those tend to not be fun. And it's, in order to trigger it, we have to go into the rot, right? So that's the last little bit of rot that we will have to deal with. For the time being, there's going to be another area of the game where we have to deal with rot, but not like this. Like, this is the last time that we have to deal with rot like this for the rest of the game. And I believe that also remains true in the DLC. I don't think there's any major like rot zones like this in the DLC. I think there's a couple of places that have poison, and there's one place that has a pretty good amount of madness. But as far as rot's concerned, this is it for the rot. So we're gonna go over here. We want to kill these pests here real quick. You always want to try to kill pests real quick. They're really mobile. They do a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of hit points, right? They make goofy sounds when they die. It's gross. They're gross. Okay. Now there's one more over here, and we don't want him to be there. So we want to pull him over here to us. Alright, because if we go too far over there, we're going to pull the Seed Beast. And we don't want to pull the Seed Beast until we're ready. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Okay. So buff Bloodhound's Fang. Let's pop our flask. Let's summon our Mimic. And we want to get some Preserving Boluses ready. And now we're going to run. And when the screen starts to shake, we're going to run away. Right? That means the Seed Beast is coming. And since we got rot, we're going to pop a Preserving Bolus. And we're going to wait for him to come to us. Come on, dude. I do not want to sit in the rot and fight you. I will let my Mimic do that. There we go. Come on now. So we got ourselves a golden seed. Largely, we let our mimic take care of that for us, which is fine, right? No reason why, if the mimic can handle it, no reason for us to go run around in the rot. We'll just let the mimic do it. And, you know, mimic did a good job. Did a good job. We got a bunch more of these pests to kill, so the mimic's going to help us out with that too. And then once these guys are dead, got one more. Alright, we'll grab our loot in a minute, but mostly we just want to come up here and we want to grab this chest. Okay, grab this chest. Scorpion Stinger. And we're about to have, like, and we have to fight this boss like 3 times, I think, right? And so it's, as far as I'm concerned, it is the worst boss fight in the entire game, including the DLC. Fight me. It's the worst boss. The worst boss. We're gonna rest in the coffin. All right, so from here, we're going to give it a shot. We've got no... we've got very limited resources left, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, so we're going to buff our Bloodhound Fang. We don't have a flask. That's fine. We're going to traverse into the mist. We're going to summon Mimic. And then we're going to dodge. Dodge. If you summon Mimic and then start smashing your dodge button, you can dodge that. And summon Mimic when you first get in the fight. He's going to slam you with the tail. He's going to do a head attack. And he's going to do gravity attacks with his head and his hands. Alright, so that's the big one. You want to miss that. Alright, when he gets low, about 50% health, he's going to teleport away. And once he teleports, when he comes back in, he's not going to do it because we got him down to 50% health too fast. But he is going to summon up all these meteors. Try not to get hit by those. If you get hit by 1 or 2, it's not that big of a deal. He's going to do his melee attacks now. We'll have these gravity bombs attached to him. So you kind of want to miss that. Alright, so there's the laser beam attack again. Dodge that. That one was on the Mimic, which didn't do hardly any damage to the Mimic, so that's good for us. Basically wasted for him. Now you can dodge these melee attacks, but for some reason, we're not dodging them. But that's okay. He just came right back to the same spot, so that's fine. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright, he's going to do the meteor shower again. So yeah, if you get hit by a cluster of them, it will mess you up. So far, so good. You might think that this fight's going poorly and that we're just getting dunked on right now. But actually, for Astel, this is actually pretty good. This is better than average. Okay, he's going to do that slam, and it's going to do ever-increasing size. He's basically got 1 hit point left, right? So here, we should just be able to get him down. He's going to do his meteor thing, but we're just going to ignore that and get right up under him and just hit him, right? And now he's dead. And we get a remembrance of the Naturalborn. But that's not what's important. What's important here is getting this grace. Now, you can see in front of us, there is a sealed passageway. And we want to walk right up to that seal. And we want to put a marker there. Because this arena is huge, right? Since this arena is so huge, we need to kind of know where we're going. Oh, before we do that, here, let's level. Let's level. Level up. Okay. We're about 10 levels away from focusing entirely back on vigor again. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to go right to here, and we're just going to do that. Now, we're going to go all the way back over here to the to Renala, right? We're going to go to Renala's room. Okay. And once we get to Renala's room, we want to locate this chest here. We're going to open this chest, and we're going to use the discarded palace key that we got from Ronnie when we killed the Baleful Shadows. We're going to pick up the Darkmoon Ring. From there, we're going to go back underground. We're going to go to Astel Naturalborn, Grace. And we're going to run right at our little mark here. Right? Because once we have that in our possession, that item in our possession, both that path and that path is open. And we want to make sure we don't get confused, right? If you get easily turned around in places, right, this will just help fix that problem. And you can just run boop right over it, and that will disappear from the map. You don't got to worry about it. I'm just going to run up this path, and we're going to take this elevator up. Alright, now we're here at the Moonlight Altar. What we're going to do is we're just going to grab this grace, and then we're going to leave. Right, this is a pretty high level area. This is endgame stuff. We're not quite there yet, but we want the grace so we can get there easier in the future, right? Now, what are we going to do? Well, there's a few things that we can do. You know, we've got Upper Caelid left, but all this stuff up here, really high level. Like, really high level. So we're going to leave that for now. Our next spot here is going to be Volcano Manor. Yeah. It's going to be Mount Gelmir, right? So we need to get into the manor proper. All right, so the best way to do that, right? And here's why I told you not to touch anything when we went and got the Amber Starlight Shard, right? Where you enter the Altus Plateau / Mount Gelmir from is where Raya's gonna be, right? And if you enter the Dectus Lift and you go up here and you get this grace, you know, and you start touching stuff here, Raya's going to be here, right? But we want Raya to be over here, In order to get Raya to be over here, you can't touch anything over here when you take the lift, right? So Raya's position isn't dependent on whether or not you take the lift. Raya's position on where she is whether or not you activate a grace in either Mount Gelmir or the Altus Plateau, right? So since we haven't activated a grace in the Altus Plateau, when we come up from Magma Worm Makar's area here, and we activate the Abandoned Coffin Grace at the top of the lift, she is going to appear in Mount Gelmir for us. And that's what we want. So that's what we're going to do. You know, we've only got a few minutes in the video left. So we're going to get, we're going to do a dragon fight. And we're going to get ourselves to Volcano Manor. And then in the next video, we're going to start the Recusant quest line. And the Recusant quest line is actually going to be something that takes us until basically the end of the game to complete. So it's going to be a long one. Ronnie's quest line is still ongoing as well. We're also going to start Celine's quest line coming up soon. That should be before we do Mount Gelmir, but after we do the Recusant quest line, we will start Celine's quest line. So that'll be coming up in like 2 episodes. And then after that will be Volcano Manor, then Altus Plateau, then Capital Outskirts, then the Capital, and then we start getting into really big stuff. Right, the snow-covered fields, the mountaintop of the giant, Melania. So we're getting close to the big stuff. Come on. That guy there, he's asleep. We're not gonna mess with him. You know, who likes to be messed with when they're taking a nap? But this guy here, he's not asleep, so he's fair game. So now we're gonna go fight a dragon, and this is like an actual dragon, right? I'm not gonna go into my huge old what is and what is not a dragon rant, but this is an actual dragon, and we're gonna go fight it. Go ahead, get Mimic. Alright, there he is coming through the trees. Pop your flask. Heal up. Buff Bloodhound's Fang. He's going to be doing a lot of lightning. Right? Don't get hit by that. That hurts a lot. The easiest way to fight these dragons here is to not be locked. Right? If you lock on, it's going to lock on to the body or the head, neither of which you can hit. Alright, so just easiest way is to not lock on. Oh no, oh look, he flew away. Oh no, I tricked you. Not a dragon fight. It's an introduction to a future boss. He came down to say hi. It's all good. Go ahead and kill these wolves. Alright, so from here, we're going to head on to the Grace. And if you see this stuttering just a little bit, that's kind of my computer, but not really. I'm actually rendering some other recordings that I did in the background, so it's eating up some processing power. I'm trying to do 2 things at once because it's taken me a long time.
Tree is close. Only a little. It takes me back. I was born. My mother gave me. So now the reason.
All right, so Raya should be up there. You can barely see her there. There's Millicent. We're gonna go talk to Millicent before we talk to Raya.
truth is Scarlet Rock as such, though rather I realized that if I could have ate. Now, after Unleashed, I should like. I think she's in the lands. Now she's past.
Okay. When she says that Melanius passed the Erd tree, we're done with her request for now. Dialogue, that's the word I'm thinking about. And here's Raya.
I've been waiting. I knew you. I hereby take my hand.
We're gonna
Give
take
me
Raya's
your
hand.
I will
Alright, so now we're at Volcano Manor. Before we start doing anything inside Volcano Manor, we want to go grab our map. Add a charge to our flask. And then we're going to head out the door here. Alright, so we're going to do a couple of things here right in front of the manor. So we don't want this troll to be here messing with us. There's a couple other enemies here too that are going to be messing with us. We're going to just clear them out. Most notably, all those guys. So we don't want to be messing with these guys when we're just trying to come here and grab a couple things. So it's going to be easier for them to just not be here. Alright. Come on. Swing, swing, swing. Okay. We're gonna come over here. Oh, nice. We got their helm to drop. Cool. We already got Aegee's. It looks exactly like that. Alright, so Alexander left us a message. He says he's got to go further down to find hotter fire. It's fine. We're just going to run up this road here. And you can see our little footprints in the dust. We want to take care of that. We're going to take this guy out here. And you can just stand here on this rock. Right? We're just going to stand here on this rock. And it's good timing, actually. He's coming back towards us. So he's going to run around in a circle on this rock right in front of us quite a bit. So once he gets over here, we're just going to swing. There we go. We got it. Through and through. Perfect. Now we're going to go up here to our little golden tree. Be careful around here. Because if you're not dealing with the marionette guys, you're going to be dealing with the finger creepers. So the finger creepers are making a return in this area. There's a couple laying in wait in a couple of traps for us. So we just kind of want to be careful and avoid them. They're there. They're there. Grab your golden rune. Come up the side here. Grab this. Head back around. And we're just going for the map. It's going to be a finger creeper that runs up the side. Alright. Grab our map. Now we're going to head for the Grace. Grace is right here. Once we hit the Grace, finger creepers are gone. Okay. From here, this. We're going to head up here to the left. Alright. We want to pick up this sacramental bud here. It's only 3. Alright. Now, we're going to kill this flaming zombie here, and he's going to turn into a worm face. And we're going to kill the worm face. And then that worm face is going to give us a larval tear. But we don't want to die to death. And this dude's got a lot of hit points too. So we need to be very careful when we're fighting him not to get death buildup, which we got a lot of. Okay. And now he's dead. And we get ourselves a larval tear. Alright, perfect. We're going to keep heading down this path here. And we're heading for this tree. Now, normally, these trees, they have the Erd tree avatars. Not this tree. Now, this tree has an ulcerated tree spirit. Another seed beast. We're going to kill it, and we're going to get another golden seed for our flasks. Alright, ulcerated tree spirit came in. Summon our mimic. Oh! You are aggro, sir. Calm down. Pop our flask. Alright, roll away. Didn't go far enough. So this isn't one of the ones that does rot. This is one of the standard ones that does holy. So if you ever wished for an ulcerated tree spirit fight with more room, this is what it looks like. This is your wish, and it is literally the worst. Right? These things are actually hyper mobile, so and they're huge, but they can cover long distances really fast. So we're not ever going to get close enough to hit him. I think we got like 10 swings in on him, and the rest was up to our mimic because we just couldn't get close enough. It's not that we couldn't like hit him. It's just he was moving too much for us to get close enough. By the time we got close enough, he was moving again. So we could have always hopped on Torrent and gone after him, but with our mimic there, really unnecessary for us to have done that. Now, if our mimic had ended up dying, then yes, we would have definitely got on Torrent and made a better attempt at trying to close the distance faster. But it was fine. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna kill these dudes. Asshole. Okay, so that one. Grab your beast blood. And basically, this is all we can do on this side of the road to Mount Gelmer, or the road to Volcano Manor, because this road here is broken, and I'm pretty sure that's lethal. So we can't jump down there on Torrent. But don't worry, we're gonna get over there soon. But for now, we're at our 30-minute mark, so we're gonna head to Volcano Manor, and we're going to go ahead and end the video here. So I will go ahead and see you all in the next video.